Welcome back to PSC's Tech Byte. First of all, I want to remind you to subscribe to this YouTube channel if you want to be notified about new videos that I will release. Today, I want to focus my attention on the TeamPicker control available in the family of PnP React reusable controls. This is a really useful control that you can use to select, to pick a team in your tenant within the UI of your SharePoint Framework web parts or team stubs built with SharePoint Framework. The main properties of the TeamPicker control are the selected teams to identify the list of teams selected by the user, the item limit so that you can specify if you want to allow user to select just one team or multiple teams up to the item limit, and of course an event which will be triggered whenever the user will select the list of teams in the picker control. So, like always, let me move to the demo environment. Let me show you how to play with this control in action. Like usual, this is the official documentation page of the TeamPicker control, where you can find plenty of information about how to use this control. And here you can see a custom web part that I created and through which we can see how to use the TeamPicker from an end user point of view. So whenever you click on the TeamPicker, you will see a list of teams and you can select one or more depending on how you configured the TeamPicker control. Here, for example, I set an item limit to 10, and so I can configure up to 10 teams. And as you can see, for every single selected team, you can get back the name of the team as well as the ID of the selected team. So let me move to the source code and let me explain you how to do that. First of all, you need to use the PnP React controls, meaning that in your package.json, you will have to reference the @PnP SPFx controls React. Then, once you have done that, you can import in your web part, actually in the React component of your web part, if you are using React like I'm doing, the TeamPicker control from this package. And you can also, or actually you should also import the iTag type from Office UI Fabric React, because the iTag interface is the one used by the TeamPicker to give you the array of selected teams. Now, in this demo, just for the sake of completeness, I'm also using a list view to render the list of selected teams, but you don't need to take care of this part of the demo. So, in my React component rendering the UI of the TeamPicker, I initialize the selected teams in the state to an empty array. And then in the render method of my React component, I do the rendering of the TeamPicker component, specifying the label, which can eventually be a resource string. I specify the selected teams property, which will be assigned to the value of the selected teams property of the state. I have to provide the context of the SharePoint Framework web part. So in the properties of my React component, I'm accepting the web part context instance as one of the input properties. And then I specify the item limit to 10, and I say whenever there will be new selected teams, trigger this event function on selected teams. The onSelected teams will simply configure or update the state of my component with the tag list that I will get as the input. And as you see here, I get an array of iTag interfaces. And that's why in the state I have the selected teams with the same type. So just by doing that, you can have the functionality that I just illustrated you using the UI experience in the web part rendering. It is really simple and straightforward and really powerful whenever you want to allow your users to select one or more teams. Thanks for watching this video. I hope you found it interesting and I'm looking forward to seeing you next week. Thank you.